This tournament has a lot of great tradition, obviously, and we're excited. Obviously, we're playing against a great team in Arizona. Sean's built a great program since he's been there. They've got good players. It'll be a big challenge for us, but I think our guys are up for the opportunity. Questions?
Could you talk about your pressing defense? Coach Miller says he thinks that's one of the strengths of your team.
Well, I think, every coach wants his team to be great on the defensive end. Right now, I think the strength of our defense is being able to get out and force turnovers. We're doing a great job. Our guys are doing a great job getting deflections. Right now, we're turning guys over about 22 times a game. We have to do a better job in order to stay with these guys. We got to be better in the half court, but I think our presses are working so far.
You touch on the foreign tour that you went on this summer, obviously helped you as a program, but this technically isn't your first road trip then with this group.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a lot of fun. Everybody thinks that you take these foreign tours to be able to play great basketball. Well, it's absolutely the opposite of that. I think our guys were able to, get together and learn a lot about each other, both on and off the court. It was fun. I had a chance to learn these guys. When you come in as a new coach, it's important that you learn your players, and I learned a lot about these guys, even some nicknames I didn't know they had.
Coach, why do you think it is that this tournament has become such a prestigious event? It's only 6 or 7 years old, but it's attracting some of the best fields in college basketball.
Well, like they say, when you're boxing, styles make fights. I think that they've been able to put together some really, really good teams from different conferences that wouldn't play against each other than playing in this early season tournament. When you look at the field this year, I think it's as strong as it's been. Headlined by obviously playing with Arizona and us playing those guys, but it's a great tournament. It always has been. When you look here, most places that you look back at home, it's probably cold there, and you look around here, it's paradise. So it's a great place to have a tournament.
Lennard, how much do you all as players look forward to playing in these type of events and getting the chance to compete against maybe teams you don't see every week, seeing from different parts of the country?
It's a great opportunity. Just being here, being outside of the country, being with your teammates and your brothers and everything, and even growing up, you see the preseason tournaments, you see the Maui Invitationals, and you see the Battle for Atlantis and stuff like that. Just to be a part of it is a great opportunity.
You set, I think, 3 career highs already this year in points. Your point totals keep going up. A lot more emphasis on your offense. What's been the key for you?
Just the new system. I think just the way we play, it's a lot more possessions. We turn people over, so a lot of people get more shots, and it's just been my night in the past couple of days. But next game, you never know, it could be anyone's night. But the ball's just been going in my favor these past couple of games. But the way we play, a lot of shots for everyone, turn people over, so you never know who night is going to be.
Yeah, and I wonder, can he continue that? I wonder. His last game he had 23. If we do projections right, he'll have in these 3 games 27 and 30 and then 35.
Right.
It'd be good for us.
Coach, I apologize if you already talked about this, but I just wondering in general, there's a lot of talk about the system you put in and the aggressiveness and pressing, et cetera. How has that transition been? Was it hard to get buy-in and et cetera, or what's it been like since you got it?
Well, we've got a fun system to play in, and certainly, with our guys is obviously trying to get those guys in the best shape that we can have them in. But it's a system where we get out in transition and try to run and score as many easy baskets as we can. And on the defensive end, we kind of pick you up full court and obviously try to turn you over and try to turn any of those turnovers into points. For these guys, they've embraced me. When you think about these 2 guys here, they've accepted me into their program. Anytime you have a new coach that comes in with a different system, you have to have the players to buy in. And so far with these guys and a couple of other returners, they've accepted me, and I think we're doing well so far. It's one of those systems that if we continue to get better, then we could be a great defensive team.
Could you guys reflect on that a little bit? What was it like for you to go through the change? And did you have to get in any better shape than you were already in? Or was it to that level, or was it just like, okay, it's a little different? How would you describe it?
It was definitely a drastic change, coming from an offense that was primarily half court to going to, running gun, picking up full. It's definitely a change to your body and mentally, just from little things like running back across half court. Like as soon as you score a basket, it's right to defense, you know. So just little mentality changes like that, and you know, having the mentality of, you know, being stronger and in better shape than everybody else. So it was definitely a big change.
And Lennard, anything?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a great change, but we knew it was going to be a lot of hard work. But the system, I believe, is proven. It turns people over. It gets a lot of wins. Coach Keatts come from a winning basketball history, so when he came here with the system, I was all in.
Torin, you're leading the team in rebounding. Do you let Lennard know about that? And what makes you what makes you so effective as a rebounding guard?
I just try to be relentless on the glass and go to the offensive glass. Coach tells me all the time, like, you should get 3-4 offensive rebounds a game, and just being aggressive. I didn't know that, so thank you for letting me know that.
He got a couple more games, man. I'll catch up.
I don't share stats with these guys, so you just told them something, man. I can't believe that he's all rebounding. So,
Could you touch on just the mismatches that you think you're going to see playing a forward-guard system? You guys have some opportunity to exploit that with your quickness.
Right, I definitely think it's a unique opportunity when we play small ball and we're able to, you know, use our quickness to help us on the offensive end and defensive end. And I think that, you know, those are definitely mismatches and matchups that we like to go after and exploit. So it's definitely been beneficial for us this far, and hopefully it continues to be that way.
Coach, how unique is just the court itself and the atmosphere in that arena compared to what you guys will face the rest of the season?
well, it's great. I mean, it's you know, I've had the opportunity to play in this tournament before, and it's a great atmosphere. It's like playing at a small Division I school with the atmosphere, but it's packed, and you know, it's fun, and it can get going in there. It's an exciting place to play in.
Does it take players a little bit of time to get used to like the lighting and the low ceiling and all the differences that come with that?
Yeah, we hope not. You know, right now, you know, certainly, you know, we'll get a chance after this to have the opportunity to practice in there, and certainly I hope these guys can, you know, learn the building or the rims a little bit quicker than we expect. But it's, you know, I had a lot of fun when I was in this tournament last time, and it'll be a lot of fun again.
Did you notice any effects on like shooters or anything as far as the ceiling being low, or?
I didn't. You know, it's crazy because typically when you got a smaller venue and it's a little bit tighter, guys typically shoot the ball better to me. You know, I think the depth perception in these bigger arenas is what causes you not to shoot the ball well. So hopefully we can make some shots because of that.
Can you touch on Markel's ability to just find guys that are making shots?
Yeah, he's done a great job. You know, he's our most experienced, you know, ball handling guard that's coming back, and he's done a really good job embracing his role. You know, when you look at him, and it's crazy because I would love for him to score a little bit more. You know, right now he's trying to get everybody involved. He's maturing as a point guard, which is great. You know, you know, because he played alongside Dennis at times last year, you would think that he's a little bit older, but he's a younger kid and he's a sophomore. But he's been able to lead this team. He's doing a great job finding guys. He loves to pass. I like that from him. But as I said before, in order for us to get better, we also need him to look for a shot also. Well, they're good. It's you know, it's as tough as matchup as that we could have this early in the season. I was telling somebody earlier today, you know, you typically in the non-conference, you may get this matchup, you know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks into the non-conference. Well, you know, because we played 4 games, it seems like we've been playing basketball for a long time. But it's only the second week of college basketball. But they're talented, and they're led by Trier, who is obviously 90 points in 3 games, and obviously playing out of his mind. And it's a good program, and you know, they got size. They can score the ball inside and out. They're quick. They get out in transition. It'll be a great challenge for us.
I was curious of what your thoughts are on Ayton, and do you think he's from here? Do you anticipate it might have a little bit of a crowd advantage, maybe? Or? Man,
when I first watched him on tape, I got scared. I mean, he is, you know, when you think about it, the young man's got size at 7 feet tall. He runs the floor. He finishes well around the basket. He can step out the 3 and make shots. It's tough. He's at home. This is his home, so I'm sure he'll have a nice turnout. And he's a really good basketball player. We'll have our hands full with him.
And good for NC State?
Well, just in general, you have, like the way you touched on a little bit with your small ball, they've got 2 7-footers they're starting. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, it's pretty drastic contrast there. I mean,
well, I will tell you this, it's been really hard to simulate those guys in practice. You know, we've got 1 7-footer in Amir Uric 7, and so I'm trying to pick the biggest guys I can to put on the scout team, and we don't have them. And so it's tough, and a lot like playing against us because we press all the time, so it's a little difficult at times to try to simulate what we're doing. But, you know, their size is as big as I've seen in college basketball. They've got a pro front line, and then obviously, as I said before, Trier is playing great basketball.